My name is Mike Bradford. I am a project manager for a large bank and 52 years old.
I'm Dallas Bradford. I'm currently a student studying at Mason Gross School of the Arts at Rutgers for theatrical lighting design, and I'm 21 years old.
What inspired you into taking karate, specifically Kenpo?
I took Kenpo when I was in college, and it was the one martial art that I found that not only gave me the ability to protect myself but also to be aware of my surroundings, and with my physical build, it was the one that availed itself to my physical ability and my build.
I did Taekwondo for a long time before coming into Panther Kenpo, and I wanted to kind of switch gears from something that was much more sport orientated to something that was more grounded in self-defense. And of course, it was just a very convenient thing that my father also wanted to do it, and it's kind of something that I think has strengthened our bond.
How did you guys find out about Panther Kenpo, and why did you choose us over any other school?
For me, it was really just doing the online research. So during the pandemic, the vast majority of schools closed down. And knowing that I really just wanted to do Kenpo beyond any other, I'm not physically adept doing Taekwondo or Shotokan. So when I was looking, I specifically looked for Kenpo. And this was the one school that was open, available, and Mr. Max was personable. Came across other schools where just really not interactive and not explanatory. So this is where I ended up.
I have effectively the same answer. We came in together, and I think that when we met Mr. Max, we very quickly had, I felt like I could relate to him and he could relate to us, and we built right then and there our first interactions with him a foundation that I think made us feel like this was the spot for us.
I wasn't there.
No, that would be here.
All right,
okay.
all right, next question, guys. Do you guys remember your first class here, and what was the first experience like for you? If you guys don't remember your first class, just talk about like the first experience, like the first week or so.
Well, for me, a good part of it was coming to realize that I had a lot of work to do. I had become lazy over the years and realized I needed to work on so many different aspects just of my physical being in order to be able to be competent in doing Kenpo. And working with Mr. Max to identify different exercises and stretching and everything else that goes along with it in order to be able to increase my balance, increase my flexibility, and just my overall fitness.
One of my first experiences was having done Taekwondo for so long. I hadn't done it in a couple of years prior to coming here, and it really made me realize how out of practice I was, but at the same time how useful that prior experience is to doing further martial arts. And I think that one of the things that I found most powerful in our first lessons with Mr. Max was how I always felt like I really knew why we were doing something, and Kenpo in particular, those first couple classes, allowed me to really get back into connection with my body after so long.
What do you guys think of your instructor, Mr. Max?
So, to me, understanding why you do something is just as important as understanding what you have to do. So understanding why you do a move in a particular way, to break it down, to get into the minutia detail of where your body is to be positioned, how you're supposed to respond, how you're supposed to move, and why is super important to me. And that's one of the things that I love about it is we get if it's not explained right out, we have the opportunity to ask, why are we doing this? What if? And that's, one of the three areas, the what if. What if we do it this way? What if we do it that way? Would it work better this way for me? And having the ability to have those conversations and work through those, to me, is super important. It allows you the opportunity.
What do you think?
I think he's wonderful. He is, at least in my opinion, he's basically a textbook perfect teacher. He always affords us the opportunities to show how we are progressing to ourselves and also to the rest of the class. And he breaks down these very complex biomechanical movements in a way that is easy to understand, take in, and then replicate. I think he's just a fantastic teacher.
Nice. All right, so how has Kenpo changed for you two personally? We'll start with you.
For me, it gives me the opportunity to get back into doing something physical where there's an expectation and an accountability that I'm going to put effort into it. It's different when you work out at home or you go to the gym and there's nothing that is going to drive you. Coming into Kenpo, knowing that I need to understand and develop as a student, not only for myself, but also for the protection of everybody else. If I'm not good, I can hurt somebody, and that puts the onus on me to become better.
For me, I've noticed a change in just my overall presentation of myself. I feel I've become a lot more confident, which I think a large part of that is learning how to defend yourself, especially because I go to school in a dangerous part of New Brunswick. But in addition to that, I've also noticed huge changes in my mobility, my flexibility, and overall an improvement in my quality of life and my physicality.
Nice. All right, I'm just going to go into the last question. What would you say to potential new students who are thinking about joining?
The first thing would be that this is not a McDojo. So you don't come in, expect, okay, well, I've been here for 3 months, so I'm going to get promoted, or I've been here for 6 months, I wanted my promotion. I've paid you, blah, blah, blah. I find that there is an expectation that you will work. And the more you work, the better you get, the more you get out of it. And that to me is the key. Putting in the effort, understanding what it is that you want to get out of it before you start, and then work toward that goal.
What would you say to potential new students?
It doesn't really matter what shape you're in or how old you are. It's never too late to start, and there are very few good reasons to avoid doing martial arts.
All right, thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it. You guys did a fantastic job, and I hope the second year is just as good as the first year for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.